Hello, chat. You guys ready to learn, fucking moon logic? I can't speak. My brain's already broken by the moon logic from last night, and it's not gonna get any better. We're just gonna rely on the help of others, namely a very kindly guide created by someone to figure out the bullshit in this game. Finish this up tonight because it's only gonna get worse. We ain't wasting time. I want this one done. But hope you guys had a good one. Glad to see a lot of you back already. How you doing, everybody? I've had a busy day. We had like a 3-hour meeting at the wedding venue today, and had to do some stuff at FedEx, and some stuff at a tailor. But here I am, regardless. Hope you had a smoother day than I did. Not that any of it was bad; it all went well. Other than like the wedding the wedding venue's the son had apparently had an emergency she had to rush off to right in the middle of it.
Cotton candy.
Wow, already.
Sweet as gold.
Well, why did that speed up so much? How to do that, and why did it do that? Dr. Baby, thank you for the $1 donation. I don't know why it went into fast forward there. Can you write out what it was supposed to say, and I'll do my best Wesker accent to finish up. That was bizarre. I've never seen it do that before. It's raining moves. Here, let me get it's raining me now. My haircut has grown in properly, so it's actually looking pretty decent now, don't you think? I missed quite a bit of these Druid streams. I'll be sure to check out the VOD sometime. Hope this will be the finale. We will be finishing it tonight. Mainly because I'm just going to stick to I'm not going to try to figure out too much on my own because I've given up. I do not have the alien brain they require to do this kind of thing because I think in logic. Facts and logic, in fact, as they say in politics. What's up, Pariah? Welcome back, dude. And thank you for holding it down over there on the kick side. Said cotton candy, sweet as gold. Let me see that Tootsie Roll. Shake your ass. Show them what you're working with. Thank you, Donka. Sorry I had fast forward the last second half of it. I don't know why I did. Persona 4 stream tomorrow. Are you trying to will that into existence just by mentioning it? The full moon tonight, if I start chatting about dog food or Sonic the Hedgehog, you know why? Well, if it's about Sonic the Hedgehog, I'm just going to assume you're gooning over there. As I assume all Sonic the Hedgehog fans are doing when they talk about Sonic. I mean, not that that's bad. That's what gets you there. Hey, be my guest. I don't want to watch it, or know about it, or think about it, or even acknowledge it, but I ain't going to shame you. Playing a pixel hunting game and can't hunt pixels? Ha, I'm amateur. I never played these types of games originally in my youth. I wasn't even a PC gamer where you had to be to play point-and-click adventure games. I've only played a couple over my entire life. And none of them were like the type that you just gotta search the screen for like a random pixel to click on. And that's the idea of to me, that ain't even gameplay. That's just like, it's annoyance. And then when the puzzles are like stuff that no thinking, actual sentient human would think to do, it just breaks me. Like, why would I ever think of I'm gonna pick up some rotten vegetables so I can hold them under a faucet to get worms and so I can then maybe lure a bird out so I can unclog a blacksmith chimney that he doesn't know is clogged because he doesn't go and check it. And I did all that before I even knew what I was doing. It's like you have to have precognition. Werewolf Sonic is fairly hot. Sure, why not? I mean, I guess you like them long arms, huh? Found the best parody video of modern games. It's called Zelda Was a Modern Game. I've seen one for Super Mario Brothers where it basically turns him into Nathan Drake, talking to Princess Peach over the intercom and talking about Bowser. Just like you, Link, killer. We're just refugees. Oh, thank you, Nintendo, for at least being yourself. FF8 was a modern game. FF8 has one as well, huh? How am I? Like, I had a busy day today. Like, Lucky and I were at the wedding venue for a meeting with the people there for about 3 hours discussing events and doing some planning. Then we had to drive off and go to the tailor to pick up her dress from having it, hemmed in. And then I had to go to FedEx to ship something out before finally getting home. So it was a pretty busy day. Support from Ireland? Hey! So I appreciate it. My fiance is well, she's American, but she got Irish of descent, and she's currently in an Irish play, and she's big on the Irish culture, thing, part of her heritage. And I will soon have step in laws who are actually two proper Irish lads. One of them even still lives there. Personally love this playthrough because it's so fucking goofy. I mean, that's the only reason you play these types of games is to see like whatever the fuck these kind of like developers were thinking back then. Why is everyone your streams are amazing? Come now. Come now, they're not that great. They're just, they're all right. But no, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying them, man. That's all I'm here for. They're there for you to enjoy, maybe make you smile and like have a good time for a couple hours every night. Same with my videos. Dartigan frog at me with disappointment. Look at you all disappointment all you want. You knew exactly what character I was. I mean, I know the game you're talking about, the Were Sonic. I never played it because I heard that game was ass. I mean, the only character I can be convinced that you can possibly jork it to out of all of Sonic is that Batgirl. That's it. Any of the other ones, you're kind of weird. Sorry, that's the way I look at it. The Batgirl I can understand. Missed the end of the stream. Did the lady end up being a trad wife? No, we actually like drugged those dudes and
I
escaped,
like
and
to
they got.
slosh, and I cannot lie. Rebecca's butt you can't deny. My ding-dong getting sprung, hun.
I like this new music career Wesker's going on. He's just ripping off other artists, but you know what? He's doing his best. He should put together an album. And Dr. Baby, thank you for the $1 donation. So what was I saying before Whisker interrupted me? Been a while since I've been able to catch a stream. Well, hey, I'm glad you found time. Sure, life is busy and it's also scary out there, so I'll do my best for you. Rouge was designed to be an adult, so fair. Blaze the Cat, I don't know who Blaze the Cat is. Look, half the Sonic characters I don't know about. Didn't get a chance to say yesterday, but I enjoyed your Resident Evil 9 video. Hey, well, thank you. Like I said, I'll be bringing it to YouTube very shortly. Because you know what? I'm going to be changing a few things here and there, but it'll be primarily the same video and adding the intro to it. But I'm looking forward to seeing YouTube's response to it. But thank you. I'm glad everyone on Patreon seemed to like it. I thought, what? I thought I raised some pretty solid points. There's a few that need reworking though. What's up, Beast? How you doing tonight? Hope you're well. I like Charmsy's idea of adding the Witcher song during Leon's spider fight. Yeah, that could work. I might see about doing that actually. Or the YouTube version of it anyways. Did you mention the animated Resident Evil movies in it? Are you considering adding them to your movie sin videos on those? Well, interesting you asked that because most of the Resident Evil movies are their own canon. I mean, outside the live action ones, and even the CG ones actually, because they're I don't know. It's weird when I'm thinking of like video game movies. I'm primarily thinking of video game movies that actually cover the material of a game. So it's somewhat known. Whereas Resident Evil, like the first Resident Evil live action movie, that technically takes place in a mansion with an underground lab, but it ain't the Resident Evil that we know of and how that worked out. And they have some characters show up later on. It's like, so it's a bit of a mess. So maybe, right now I'm still like debating what will be my first one. I'm thinking my first one might be the recent Silent Hill 2 remake. Silent Hill 2 movie that came out, along with maybe a few others I'll throw in there. Because there's been a spate of them recently. Please send the Double Dragon movie on Patreon. I've seen that movie. I actually made Lucky watch that with me back when we first started dating. Like, let's watch the Double Dragon movie together. George Lucas was shown an early gameplay section of 1313 of Boba Fett chasing a target. Lucas said, "Where's the jetpack? That's key to his design." Director had to tell him if they included the jetpack, that would mean they'd have to design more locations, more exploration, and more time to the map. Just confused Lucas as he assumed that would only take a day or two. Yeah, he doesn't really understand video game development. But the guide also said the PlayStation 2 was capable of same level of graphics as a Pixar movie. Remember the Resident Evil spin-off that animated Chris and Leon going full Duke Nukem on zombies? Was that Damnation? I haven't watched the CG Resident Evil movies. I know that there's one where they team up and just like John Wick a bunch of zombies. Are you going to do like Doom Battleship? You mean those movies? Like I said, I'm currently formulating how the video game movies are going to work. The primary focus of the Patreon is still classic and DLC sins. So the video game movies, there might be only like 2, maybe 3 a year on that. They're basically something I can get out pretty quickly since I don't have to play through a game. I just watch a 90-minute movie and I can write a script while doing it. So it's a way of supplementing the content there. So it's basically, if it is a video game a movie based off a video game, it's possibly fair game. Please do the Doom movie. It's unbearable. There's 2 Doom movies, aren't there? And both of them are pretty terrible, from what I know of it. One with The Rock and one that doesn't have The Rock. Same levels of graphics. I know he said that though. Before the PlayStation 2 came out, he hyped it up as like being capable of Pixar-like graphics. That's where that phrase came from. Simplify, motherfucker. Simplify. My non-military serving brother. Was the Silent Hill spinoff you played recently the last entry in the series? Yes, Silent Hill F was the most recent one. There's another one coming this year, though. That seems like it might have some promise, but then so did F too, and then F kind of let me down. Direct-to-DVD Doom movie where all the demons were rejected xenomorph designs. The Doom guy died off-screen. From what I heard of that movie, it was basically a movie they released on the cheap to keep the rights to it. Why they wanted to keep the rights that bad for a movie they don't seem to want to make, I don't know. Got a vibe from the Resident Evil 9 video that you were not a big fan of. No, I enjoyed my time with Resident Evil 9. I will say I enjoyed the Grace sections a little bit more than I did the second half of the game where you're playing primarily as Leon. Because most of that section was just in Raccoon City, which I didn't really like that much. It got kind of boring. And then you go into the underground lab, and it's a short section, but you don't really do much there to make it that crazy. I will say also the boss fights in that game were kind of lame. They should have been a bit better. So no, I like Resident Evil 9, but I would say honestly I'd put it kind of below even Resident Evil 8 in my like them in of recent Resident Evil games like Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8, uh, and then Resident Evil 3. I think I'd actually put Resident Evil 9 kind of in the same category, like just above Resident Evil 3 remake and in between 8 and Resident Evil 3 remake. The game I liked, but it's definitely flawed. Like, the plot was kind of dumb. Once you actually analyze the plot, if you watch my video, you know, it doesn't make any sense, and it feels a bit cobbled together from, like, disparate ideas that didn't really, jelk. I'm using the word jelk, by the way, to get over it. They didn't jelk properly. That's jelking. My definition of jelking. Didn't really mesh as well. It just, was a bit of a mess. So it worked better when it kind of focused on Grace, I feel. Like, Leon just feels like Leon is kind of in the game just because people like Leon, and he doesn't have a good reason for being there, other than to be the hero. How's the quest for scissors going? Well, I've got 2 pairs of scissors on me in this game, so I'm pretty good. Well equipped, even. Game was inspired by it, the one with the lady saving her sister from a cult. Wait, what do you mean, Don? What are you talking about, Dominic? I'm a little lost. I think I'm reading your comment a bit late. Speaking of, let me fix this situation up. Asking about Tormented Souls. Oh, Tormented Souls. Okay, I like Tormented Souls 1. Tormented Souls 2, I kind of gave up on because I got a little bored with it. Because it didn't really do anything that the first game didn't already do kind of better. So I don't even know kind of what happened by the end of that. I got annoyed with the amount of puzzles in that game, actually. I wanted to like it because I like the first game despite its jank, but Tormented Souls 2 kind of let me down. Finally bought the 2002 Resident Evil remake. Looking forward to constantly backtracking because I've left a crank. Actually, I will say the 2002 the Resident Evil 1 remake is pretty solid in terms of how it designs. It's the only time you really backtrack is when you literally get sent back to the house again. You don't really have to backtrack too much, especially if you've played Resident Evil before. And there's already rumors that we might be getting a Resident Evil 1 remake, another one, Did the developer abandon the series? What, the one I don't think so. I mean, they just released a new game, so if it's sold well, they'll probably make another one. However, they need to drop their weird, they need to come up with a new plot line. Shalom, Doom, shalom. Will they bother connecting Barry to Chris? I think they're kind of done with Barry in the series. Then again, he should also be getting the decelerated aging as well because he was exposed to T virus. So who knows? They might bring it back at some point again. Just finished Resident Evil 1 Remake in survival mode where the boxes aren't linked. Ammo is scarce, and you have to think about making safe spaces in the mansion. How long did that take you? Because that sounds actually kind of annoying. But if you want to put hyper realism, yeah, it does make sense that those items wouldn't be in each box. Barry is probably dead, killed by the sister of Wesker. Yeah, that's a plot line they completely dropped that we don't seem to get any resolution on. Which is weird because that seemed kind of important. Who are you rooting for in the football World Cup? Are you talking about? Uh, I hate to. I hope this doesn't diminish your opinion of me. I'm not a sports guy. Never have been. I've never watched a game of football, either American or the rest of the world's football in my life. So I don't have a team. I'm like, yo, go kick ass. I'm like, I will. I'm just not into it. Not my thing. But you know what? I wish them all luck. Can you at least throw a ball? Yes, I can throw a ball. I did do gym class, you know. I just never could get into watching sports. I don't know why. I just couldn't get into. I tried a couple times, and I just like I'd rather be watching anything else. I don't have for some reason it just doesn't interest me. Like I've tried multiple ones. Football, American football is the most boring sport ever created. I have no idea why anyone can sit around and watch that. It's way too much stopping 5 to 10 seconds of people doing something and then they stop again. Commercials, then it just there's nothing happening. I hate it. I don't know why anyone watches it. At least some other sports, there's actually like a proper rally going with like constant action. But American sports in general always feature a lot of like stopping and starting. Baseball's like that too. So I don't know. Even the sports that don't feature that kind of like don't do it for me. Hope you're comfortable by the fact that you're not alone. I am. I know there's a lot of people out there who aren't into sports. Most of the females in society, you know. Like, yeah, Lucky actually breathed a sigh of relief when we started dating. She found out I wasn't into sports because she didn't want to just have to sit there and watch sports games in the background all the time. I'm assuming most people like the camaraderie of like watching it with their friends and just eating snack food, and that's what they get out of it. And maybe I've never done that, or maybe I'd like a sports game if I went to an actual stadium and watched it. But watching sports on TV is I just like no, thank you. New Legacy of Kane game sucks. It's a 2D side scroller, right? Yeah, didn't look like it's that relevant. When we getting another remaster of a classic instead of a remake? No tearing down, rebuilding the game from scratch, just improved mechanics and modern console graphics. Well, supposedly that was going to be Deus Ex, if you can call those graphics they were going to put into it modern console graphics. But that's currently delayed to because I'm assuming they wanted to improve those graphics a bit more because they look bad. If I had to guess, probably Metal Gear Solid. There'll be another Metal Gear Solid, possibly Metal Gear Solid 2 or Fallout 3 is also rumored to be a graphical remaster, just like Oblivion was. So you might get one of those eventually. Hey, what's up, Destinoyo? How you doing, man? Let's see. Are they remastering Halo? Yes. I'm not sure if that's just like a full-on graphical remastering, but because that's already been done, or they're gonna reimagine anything. It's fan service with Raziel. Well, if it's only fan service if he's getting naked and showing him balls. Or at least that's my idea of fan service. Persona 4 is getting another remake. This is the era we live in, Chad. You will never get new games again. It will just be an remaking old stuff. Until that no longer sells. Halo will be so remastered it will be a sphere. You know what? Here's what Microsoft needs to do. They need to do something crazy with Halo. They need like you oh no, actually I don't think I like this idea I just came up with because it'd make the game too big. I was gonna say, you know what, they need to let you explore an entire Halo ring. Make it that fucking big. They got the technology. Full on reboot Halo. I mean, it's kind of hard to reboot Halo because we now know the answer to all the questions. So even if you reboot it, unless you like completely revamp everything, it's still not going to have that level of mystery it once had. What dormant series would you love to see get revived? Parasite Eve is one I'd like to see done in modern times. I'd like to see that series just revived, not with a new one, but just like remake the old one with modern technology. I'm sure there's a few others out there. What else? No, there's gonna be Siphon Filter. I would like to see come back. I always like the Siphon Filter games. What else? I'm trying to think of games at this point, might as well throw Kingdom Hearts in there. It takes so long to make a Kingdom Hearts game anymore. You might as well consider it a revival when one comes out. Verify that any new Fallout 3 will 100% be a remake with 76 mechanics. Well, 76 mechanics would make it a multiplayer game then, wouldn't it? Halo Infinite was promoted as you would be able to fully explore a single Halo ring, but after a year they were like, we can't do this on an Xbox. I mean, with procedural generation, sure you can. They just didn't want to do that. You could definitely make a Minecraft style like game on a Halo ring. Fear is a good one. That should probably Condemned is also a really good one that I'd like to see come back. So both of those from the same developer actually. So Fear and Condemned could make a comeback with some really good games. At this point, Half-Life. Half-Life needs to come back. I know it just got a VR game a couple of years ago, but you know what? At some point, I'd like to see a mainline game. Rayman was back. Yeah, but that's Ubisoft. Maybe they'll sell that off to someone who wants to use it. Monolith shut down. Yeah, but I'm assuming with Warner Brothers being acquired that all their gaming properties are going to be sold off, so maybe someone will take over that. Hate the number 3 at Valve. They're just, you know what? Supposedly they are working on Half-Life 3 right now, so we might eventually get that. Will Duke Nukem ever feel the chains of his dungeon broken? I don't think you want another Duke Nukem game because that's owned by the people who make Borderlands. Do you really think they could make a proper Duke Nukem game? Look at how shit their games are. I wouldn't trust them with it. Look, here's how you make a Duke Nukem game. You do not try to make it PC at all. You go full like just toxic masculinity, misogynistic as stripper pole dancing as you can. Let it be a spectacle of that kind of stuff in video game format. I guarantee you that would sell. Just because it's different and it's unique. Not because it's sending out like a message like, oh, this is good stuff. You still make it clear, no, Duke's a horrible person, but whatever. But you just like, you're unapologetic with it. And make it like a really good, like take some inspiration from like Doom, make it a really good solid shooter. And there you go. That's the only way you can make it work. You should stream Duke Nukem. I've actually never played a Duke Nukem game. I know there's like a really good Duke Nukem mod for forever that actually turns it into like instead of pixels, it's more like Minecraft voxels. It's pretty good. Or it's being worked on currently, maybe. Duke's voice actor got canceled and blacklisted a few years ago. What did he do? I'm not familiar with that. You know what? Even better. Keep him as the voice of Duke. That's better for it. You need something toxic like that to make it work. Also, you cannot do Duke's voice without Duke's actual voice, unless he's dead. I thought New Order was almost a perfect shooter, and Machine Games decided to smoke meth. Yeah, I like their actual, like, the first, I like both of those two Wolfenstein games they did. Then they did Youngblood, and all that goodwill gone. 2001. Yeah, I remember the Duke Nukem Forever 2001 build getting leaked, and there's actually modders currently trying to rebuild the game of what they can. So God bless them. I hope it works out. The Root Show had the N-word thrown out three times minimum per episode for acknowledging bigotry. Meanwhile, if a white guy in a normal show so much as raises his voice to a black man, I mean, I know that's what we throw around, believe, but it's totally not true. I mean, you just don't see that word get thrown around by anyone really that much anymore in movies and stuff because it's considered unless it's like a very strong period piece. But no, I think the idea if you can't use it if you want to send a political message at this point. It needs to be shocking because it's showing off something from the past, or just like, the horribleness of the people who would normally use it like that. And yeah, so yeah, you can still use it, but it has to be in the context of just, that. You couldn't even play Youngblood after one stream. Yeah, I gave up after one stream of it. I hated it. Never touched it again. Been waiting for Medieval 3 since 1990. I think I played a demo of Medieval 1 back in the day on PS1 and liked it. You know what? Another good series that needs to come back? Ape Escape. Ape Escape 1 on PlayStation 1 was one of my favorite games. That shit was good. It's like you hardly see smoking cigs in any media anymore. Yeah, smoking bad. They'll switch to vaping. Have you ever played Nightmare Creatures? No, never played it. More live services. Sony's going through some weird shit right now. Like they're removing all references to PC games off their websites because they're stopping putting their games on PC that everyone liked and made them money. Getting pretty squirrely with whatever they're doing. So, Quake. Quake now exists as an NVIDIA tech demo platform, essentially, for like showing off ray tracing. That's all you do with Quake anymore. And I wouldn't expect Microsoft to do anything with it. Time Splitters. Time Splitters is another series that needs to come back. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know there was a Time Splitters game, but I mean a single player Time Splitters game. Ever wanted to see a poodle fight a raptor, then Tokyo Jungle is for you? I think I know what game you're talking about, actually. I think people who have been waiting for Beyond Good and Evil 2 are dead from old age. There's definitely people who have not survived that wait. Just like there's been plenty of people who like paid money for Star Citizen and then died before the game ever came out. Probably in the several thousands of people, in fact, depending on where they live. And that'll continue because it's never coming out. Elric posted this article, but Duke's voice actor, like Dante's VA, apparently became a hardcore COVID denier. Of all, like, I think someone who denied COVID was stupid, but I don't think they should be canceled for it. That of all the things to be canceled for, that's a pretty easy one to invite someone back into the fold and let them do a job. It's like, whatever. I guarantee you there are plenty of anti-vax people doing, like, voices for video game characters and, on animation. Dozens of people that wanted a Dino Crisis remake, and none of them work for Capcom to make it happen either. So it won't happen. Probably not. But I still say that you could bring Dino Crisis back. You just have to be willing to change it. You have to get rid of the stupid time travel shit and make it all about bioengineering and set it in the same world as Resident Evil. Think about that. If you set Dino Crisis in the same world as Resident Evil, you could have all these like zombie viruses and shit, and you could have dinosaurs. There's like biologically engineered dinosaurs. I mean, technically, they already sort of had one in Resident Evil 6, but for real, that's how you do it. You ain't gonna get away with making it through time travel and all this stupid shit. The plot of Dino Crisis in the original games was stupid and no one cared about it. It's like, oh, well, evil scientist creates teleportation for energy and somehow brings dinosaurs in. It's barely a plot. You want to make it happen? You talk to me. Come to me, Capcom. I can make this work for you. I'm egotistical enough to believe in myself. You wanted there should be a Dinotopia RPG, actually. Have you ever wondered? But would be cool if they made an actual good Godzilla. There actually is a game I thought about playing. It was back on the PlayStation 2, called War of the Monsters. That is actually it's underlooked, but it's a very good PlayStation 2 game. Yawn is a little dinosaur. You see, that's why it works. You already have like giant scorpions and spiders and snakes in the world of Resident Evil, so having an actual dinosaur doesn't actually change anything. So I think they should just make it an extension of the Resident Evil universe. Thing is, with all this wishing for new games is really exhausting for me because I know that even if development started today, the game would release for a lot of developers, yes. For remakes right now of older games, it doesn't seem to be taking them nearly as long because they do have a blueprint to go off of. of older games. Look at Capcom. Capcom is releasing a new Resident Evil game essentially every year. Uh, they're the only developer who seems to manage that anymore. Though I will say that Konami, weirdly enough, is seemingly managing a new Silent Hill game every year, and I did not expect that. Zach Kreger's Resident Evil has reportedly been described as a horror fury road, as 90 minutes all gas, no brakes. Is that going to be a movie or a TV show or something? I gave up on anything Resident Evil being fun in any way outside of a video game a long time ago. And I think you should too. All right. Anyway, Shannon, I think I want to finish this game up tonight, so we're gonna get started playing. Let me get this going. We're still a decent amount left, and I'm gonna be using a guide to get through it because I will be here all night in another stream if I don't, because can't make sense of this stuff. Good evening, Dartigan in chat. How is everyone doing? Hey, Mishu, how you doing? I had a busy day today, and I'm streaming now to like take the stress off. Not a bad day, just a busy day. Hope you had a better one. Wish you went into more detail in your Star Wars Rogue video with your harmful is better than boring line. You could have put a lot more detail into that point, like Mass Effect 1's Asari versus Mass Effect Andromeda's Asari. I thought I did go into pretty big detail on that. Hold on a second. My whole argument was that I would rather be upset by something in entertainment than bored by it. That is pretty much the gist of it. I think at least that's worth talking about. Boring doesn't even make for a good conversation. It's just like, if it's safe and boring, it's like, okay, whatever. Is it good? Probably not. It's probably just passable. I would rather something be harmful and good than boring and safe. That's how I would look at it. I think that makes for a better, like, I don't know, just better entertainment overall in terms of health. Harmful and entertaining is better than boring and safe. That's the gist of it. Gist of it, however you say that word. I'm always mispronouncing it. Safe and good are also possible. True. There's plenty of safe and good out there. However, there's a lot, I feel at this point we're getting a lot more safe and kind of mid than we are anything else. In terms of like movies and a lot of games. So almost forgot to send out this Discord announcement. All right. We're going to turn this over. This game going. Why stand-up comedy want the last true free art forms depending on where you are? I feel like stand-up comedy is suffering quite a bit right now. Turns out a few too many stand-up comedians are now trying to do podcasts. And there's only so many podcasts you can do in life or listen to. There's way too many damn podcasts. I say this as someone who now does kind of run a small, tiny podcast on my Patreon. And I might eventually move it to YouTube or something, but we'll see. But, apparently that's just the meta. What was my last save? Might have been Marco Polo. I think it was Marco Polo. Yeah, because we got the key. Okay, this is where we left off. Why does your character look like Charlie Kirk? I can't unsee it now. Thank you. He is like an English Charlie Kirk. I don't know. He's predicting the future. Because this game, I think, came out right around when Charlie Kirk was probably born. That's not true. But yeah, he's got his head isn't big enough though. That's a problem. He's not a true clone. Melanie ever appeared in this place? Nope. Now let's go use the key. There's also too much blood in his body. Jesus. Hey, I didn't make that joke, even though it was a pretty good one. Why would Quantic Dream go bankrupt? I mean, are they? I hope not. But they haven't released a game since Detroit.
These are solid iron.
More locks. I wonder why it takes Quantic Dream 10 years to make a single game. I mean, especially when their games are primarily cutscenes. Don't have an answer for you on that one. Somebody's about to go to a college and like debate some college girls who are unprepared for political discussions. All right, this is like one of those like really stupid puzzles where you gotta go through the right doors in the right order, where you just gotta do it by trial and error and figure it out. I'm just gonna read the guide. Go through the doorways in the correct order. Right. All right. All right. Middle. Smart me, yeah, I have no interest in solving a puzzle like this, since it resets you back to the beginning every time you fuck it up, and it's just trial by error. All right, the next one is this right. Guess you can follow the lamp, or that too. Yeah, I think actually the lamp is the idea. However, you have to backtrack after this one, though. So, like, instead of, like, going through this one, you go through this one, you fuck up. This is some bullshit, because you don't know which you're supposed to backtrack right now. Like, normally you'd think you go through the other one.
This looks like it might prove a little difficult.
Yep. Alright, and now from the backtrack, now you go further, now there, this one, on this one, you go furthest left. Each one. Furthest left. Well, and then you backtrack again instead of going through any of the doors. This is some bullshit. This would be an infuriatingly stupid puzzle to solve without this guide. Alright, after the second backtrack, go to the one in the middle. Alright. Furthest left. And then one last backtrack. I would have been all night on this one puzzle. Because I would, this would probably, if you'd think you go one there, but no, you backtrack again. Oh, that was shit. I would have lost my mind trying to figure that out. Now I recommend you save. Hmm. Point and click adventure games are made by guide manufacturers that sell more. I think you're right, actually. That's the only thing that makes an explanation.
Wow.
Wow. What a cave, man. I don't
It was
know.
worth coming here.
Was it? It was worth traveling 1,000 years in the past to see this one hieroglyphic. Close the doors behind you. You gotta close the doors behind you. Part of the puzzle is closing the doors here. Again, they're just like doing shit to fuck with you. Why would closing the doors make that? There's a reason this genre died off, you know, and turned into like Telltale style games. Just found out there's a mod in Horizon Zero Dawn called Shut Up Aloy, and it deletes Aloy's constant hints. Does it delete the rest of her voice acting? Oops. Oh, shit. Can I make it go back? Don't want to mess with that. Just found out, but, is there a reason for wanting pizza? Pizza is yummy, that's why. Do you really want to, like, have a philosophical debate on why you would want a pizza? Some things you should just accept in life.
That was Stonehenge, completely destroyed. How come?
Stonehenge, how you know it, dude?
No doubt about it. It's Stonehenge, but surely it should still be intact. That was Stonehenge.
Alright. This guide says they won't even explain what the logic behind this puzzle is, they'll just give you the answer. They're like, no, fuck this shit. That one where it is. That one goes right there. There. One stays set. Did I do that right? Wait. I think that's right. I have no idea how to figure that one out. You have a pizza in your freezer. You got the pizza freezer pizza. Hold on a second. I'm making sure this is all correct. All right. Pretty sure these are all right. And that apparently lets me see the entire scene. Might be the first person that's ever beaten this game. No, this game has been beaten by other people. I'm reading a guide for it. This was just a very Moon Logic-y game. The puzzles at the beginning aren't so bad, but by the mid-game, it just gets ridiculous.
What was that? It must have been the ritual. That's what's going to happen. I must tell Maglor at once.
I figured it out. Maglor, my sweet, delicious Maglor. When you were in the military, DiGiorno pizza was a blessing. I mean, don't they actually have like a pizza places near base sometimes around American bases? I know they got McDonald's and stuff like that. Have you considered playing Call of Cthulhu Shadow of the Comet or the Prisoner of Ice games? I'm not too familiar with those, honestly. And from my experience, most Lovecraftian, like, themed video games kind of suck. Sadly. Maglor. Maglor. What do you think of Sinking City? I never played Sinking City, but I know Sinking City is said to have kind of sucked. It's a very jank game. And also it was like cursed development or like production by the people who own the rights to it. Moon Logic. Where's my Moon Logic sit? I literally just created a Moon Logic save. There it is.
Do not disturb me.
Oh, you're the wrong dude. Have you ever played I Have No Mouth? I have never I have actually briefly played it back many years ago, but I've never played more than like the first opening bit. I've seen a lot of it played though, many years ago. I think I watched Retsu play through it. Need in there. Leads outside. Wait, did I not make it full? How the hell is this dude? He's normally in here. Okay, apparently I go back to my chambers. Maybe he's in here. Harlan Ellison, author of the book, played the... Yeah, I know he plays the guy who does the AM thing.
Maglor!
There you are. I have been looking for you everywhere.
Maglor! I figured it out. The apparatus with the movable beads in the room where the crystal ball is hidden really is a calendar. It works just like the one in the assembly chamber, but with an additional day and night cycle and an hour schedule. I entered the time of the ritual, and Sestan appeared
that's what
in
I
the
did.
crystal ball.
What was he doing?
He was holding a staff decorated with runes, which suddenly began to glow. Then he picked up a golden sickle.
A staff. He used a bewitched staff to summon the power. If we find that staff, Surstan will not be able to perform his ritual.
Where could he be keeping it? I've searched the whole monastery and found nothing.
You have not.
The temples. We must go to the temples.
How do we get there? I haven't seen any exit.
The Christian monks built this monastery in such a way that it is only accessible through a secret tunnel. Surstan uses that to his advantage, as it allows him to control us. Anyone wishing to leave the monastery is blindfolded and guided by Surstan himself. Nobody can leave here without Surstan.
Where are they? Bring them to me!
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Out there! I think I heard Surstan's voice. He's looking for us.
Damn it, that's all we need. Lock the door, and then let's get the hell out of here.
Oh, shit. Alright. Finally, I used that sheet I took off my bed. Use it on the candle?
There's no point in that.
What candle? Use it on the candle. Look out the window on the left and use sheet on it. Why would they use an abacus as a calendar? Good question, actually. I guess the advanced abacus.
Of course, it can't. Looks like that won't work.
Are you for real? This would not work. We just... What do we do? What does that do?
It won't work now. There's a hole in the sheet.
Oh, well, good idea.
Right, let's get out of here.
Huh?
But how?
Here, with this parachute.
Oh, really?
What's going on in there?
Thank God he's
Oh,
gonna
come
kill
on,
himself.
damn it.
Goodbye, sweet world.
We will
That'll
fall
hold out the
to
weight
our
of 2
death.
people.
But we've got no alternative but to jump. Now hold on.
What? You know, I think they were doomed without the fireball.
Do you hear that? What is it?
Oof.
Maglor!
Somehow we survived. With that, Chad, don't try that at home. But sheet ain't gonna work as a parachute. It don't do it that way.
Phew. That was close.
Maglor, though. Stream is not that deep. Yeah, that's like a knee-deep stream at best. Yeah, that was the plan to get out of there, huh? Oh, Maglor.
Maglor, are you hurt?
He hit me in the back. You are
The
on
back
your
shot.
own
The druid back
now.
shot was fatal.
Don't talk nonsense. You won't die. Tell me how I can help you.
You are wasting your
He
time.
hit me with a
Don't
Hadouken.
act the hero. What do I have to do?
There's mistletoe here in the
I
forest.
want to make out one
You
last time.
could try that. It heals severe injuries. Go and look for it.
Mistletoe? What does that look like?
You will recognize it.
Okay, okay.
Well,
Don't
I-
give up.
No,
I'll be
but
back in
no,
a
I
second.
asked you what it looks like. Like, what does it look like? You will recognize it. Man, you want to die, don't you? Let's see. Use gloves on nettles to move them out of the way and get mistletoe.
That's some sort of bush.
Get the guy. I've got the guide out. It says to use gloves. Where are my gloves? There they are.
That won't feel different with gloves either. That won't feel different with gloves either.
Maybe it's in the other section.
That's some sort of bush. That won't feel different with gloves either. A tree. A tree.
Look at the back of the forest, right-hand side, where there's a Okay, maybe it's back this way. Watching a playthrough of this and you have 25 to 30 minutes left, I know, right? So it might be a short stream if I continue using the guide. There it is.
There, that can be mistletoe. There, that can be mistletoe.
You know, thistles are pretty good for medicinal herbs, too. Isn't mistletoe poisonous, actually? We're not even going to grind this up. Like, plop those
Don't give
berries
up.
in his mouth.
I'll be back in a second.
Let me die. Here, eat this bush. My streaming
I've got the
tomorrow night,
mistletoe.
I probably
What do I
won't...
have to do now? Maglaw? Maglaw! Damn it.
Oh, it was worthless. He died. We didn't need it after all. I won't be streaming tomorrow because tomorrow Lucky and I will be doing our engagement photos. And we'll be out probably past what would be my normal streaming time. So it's very unlikely. Don't expect a stream. Attempt to help Maglor with mistletoe. When you hear, damn it, search Maglor's body to get a spinning top. Well, guess he's dead. Maybe we'll use his mistletoe for something else. We got a dreidel. What, just, you want to say a few words over him, maybe? No? He's like, oh, well. I think we also just caused a paradox, because I don't think that guy was supposed to die here today. History has been changed. Alright. Cross the river into the temple, maybe. Some words of goodness. Hey, ho, thanks for the Joe. He was my only friend. He was the only one that actually kind of helped us and we didn't, you know, drug. Died to a sorcerer. Why don't you take his kidneys too? We might need those. Has there ever been like a point-click adventure game that focused on like taking organs from people? Actually recommend saving here as well. Don't all the druids die anyway and only, well, all the ones sacrifice themselves to pour all their like druid energy into like 5 children in the future that will continue the druid ways of being evil apparently. Alright, enter the spinning chamber, enter the spinning chamber, enter the spinning chamber, then enter the spinning chamber again. Wait, what? Enter it twice.
A strange table.
I gotta leave and come back in. Aren't you afraid of your future with Lucky after all the superhero marriages usually don't last? Well, thankfully, neither of us are superheroes. We're just white, which does, you know, maybe some people see as a superpower. Alright, top. This is an excellent Beyblade table. What? How? How did it do that? It's just a spinning top on a plank of wood. Why did Maglor even have that if he couldn't come over here? You know that 2 and 3 marriages end in divorce? Are you guys trying to make me, like, nervous or something? Where is the Resident Evil 9 Gaming Sins video? It's currently up on my Patreon. You can watch it right now. I'll be bringing it to YouTube probably on Monday. But if you want to watch the uncensored version, you can watch it on Patreon. You can find a link to that down below, actually. Yeah, for watching, there's also a lot of other stuff on my Patreon you can watch as well. So I recommend becoming a member. It's super cheap, only $3. Douglas, have you ever played Ace Ventura point and click game Ace Ventura? No, Mr. Dink, I haven't. I briefly played one of them. Never played it much though. Alright, what is this? Enter the spinning chamber, then enter the spinning. There are switches in the ground. Wait, is it? I think there's switches in the ground. I see what I meant. Click the middle one.
Ah, they look like switches.
Then enter the spinning chamber again. Okay. Just you guys wait until I play Darkseed. We got the flint. Like Darkseed 1 and 2 will actually like be even better than this game. Not playing those right after it though. Never seen a chatter's name on the right side? What do you mean? Are the YouTube changing something yet again? Dreidels. Yeah, fuck yeah. Ancient. That's fucking archaeology. There's get the iron ladle from the plate. The holy ladle, huh? Enter the spinning chamber again. Darkseid is that HR Giger game? Yup. Not a good HR Giger game, but it is an HR Giger game. And then again. Is that a big turkey leg? Upstairs, get the small. Well, hold before we grab the bellows. We gotta get the, something else upstairs. Darkseid is like phenomenally goofy. We got a shovel. We apparently do not grab this just yet.
I can't take it. There seems to be some kind of invisible barrier over the bowl.
Oh, of course.
Can't take it. There seems to be some kind of invisible barrier over the bowl.
Invisible barrier. Good developers. What is this? Water?
That's water. Clear water. For some reason I'm not able to get at it.
What? You can't?
For some reason I'm not able to get at it. There seems to be some kind of invisible barrier over
Oh, this
the
is
bowl.
such stupid shit. Yeah, there's an invisible barrier covering everything. Have I played Harvester? I actually played Harvester last year. I'm going to make a Classic Sim video on it eventually. Another piece of flint. Alright, spinning. Go upstairs and... Another piece of lint from the altar, then use the iron ladle on the altar piece containing water. What's up, Equinox? How you doing, man? Right in my pocket that goes. Have I played Fear Effect? I've actually never played Fear Effect. I wanted to because of lesbians, though. That marketing worked on me in my young age. A pile of shit. Alright, upstairs and get the bellows from the altarpiece and use the shovel on the soil. Okay. Wanted to because, well, that's primarily Fear Effect 2 that has lesbians in it. We needed dirt. Bowl, I guess it's a bowl of manure. But I know that Fear Effect 1 got released on Steam recently. Bellows. Alright, now what? Alright, get chamber. Over the plate altar. Get the bellows, and then the shovel and the soil and the altar downstairs. Enter the spinning chamber enter the spinning chamber 4 times. Water, earth, wind. Good old days before lesbians were woke. I mean, they were sort of considered like, yo, woke then too, I'm afraid. 1, 2, 3, and 4. What was the very first Steam game? Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2 was literally the game that they launched Steam with, that you could preload and you could buy and preload on it. Alright. Use the bellows on the sack on the altar. Guess that invisible barrier ain't there anymore. Oh, he's so nice putting the cork back in. Then go back in the chamber, but only one time. You should be at the exit. Go enter this. Okay, we did all that to get all these items. I've heard of one Fear Effect sequel that got canceled. I know Fear Effect, there's like 3 Fear Effect games. There's one recently that apparently wasn't very good, but the 2 everyone talks about are the 2 on PlayStation 1. Should be at the exit. Go enter the second temple now, huh? You walk any slower, Hannigan. You think we're fired from our job at the police station, or are they gonna buy this report? I don't know. Something tells me our boss is not gonna be happy. PlayStation Plus subscribers are getting Tomb Raider 1 plus 3 remasters. Nice. I mean, hey, not too shabby. Why are there invisible barriers in the first place? Because they couldn't come up with a better way. It's a lazy way of getting, you know, a barrier there to keep you from just grabbing what you want. Alright, let's see. Second temple. The second temple, use the amulet on the lock. The second temple, use the amulet on the lock. See, that looks like an actual barrier around it.
There's a golden key on it. I don't know why, but I can't take anything from the altar.
Your OG Tomb Raider 1 stream was hilarious. Yeah, I need to play some more Tomb Raider games. I started my career off with a Tomb Raider game, after all. I just said, fuck it. This entire section is all moon logic, so yeah, I just said, fuck it. Alright, let's see.
That doesn't work.
Use the amulet on this one, huh? Oh, this inventory is a mess.
I thought it wouldn't work like that. Think first, Brent. It would have surprised me if it had worked like that. That looks like a cage.
Use the amulet on the lock to a half-cage sphere orb full of straw. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Oh, wait. They did that like it was a card and you just tap to pay. I think I'll probably start a fire here, right?
That's a flint. That's a flint.
We didn't start the fire. Da, 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 da,
It would have
da,
surprised me
da,
if it had worked
da,
like
da.
that.
Light the nearby torch on the fire.
It won't work like that.
Oh. Wait, what music is playing right now? This music's so inappropriate for the dark ritual I'm performing. Hey, Monty, what's up, dude? Like, I'm performing unchristian, warlock acts here, and there's like jaunty music playing there for a second.
There's a megalith outside in front of the window.
Alright, okay, that's the first thing done. In another room, there's a fully covered orb that is empty. Straight lines on it, huh?
There's a megalith outside in front of...
Curse these pagans out. You know what? Christianity was right to wipe this religion out. Fully covered orb that is empty with straight lines on it, huh?
A weird thing.
Some water in it, huh? I think they said put the dirt in this one. Put that shit right there. Good stuff. We summoning Captain Planet? I don't know what we think we're doing, actually.
There's a megalith outside in...
We just know we gotta perform a ritual. This is some twisted Christian science. I'm gonna see God tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe Jesus was just a druid, I don't know. Strangling ritual. Right, okay, this is the one for water, I think.
A weird thing.
Water?
I should think about it. That would be stupid.
It's air.
I don't believe it will work like that.
The air is gonna escape, you know, without a plug. Alright, whatever. Now that you fully cooked ore that's empty, was it put some water in it? Okay, I gotta find the one with water now.
A door with a small lock.
Right, don't forget to put Mila Jovovich at the center of all that. Some people just want to put her in everything, don't they? This will be the water, then I take it. We're just making soup. I'm gonna use the torch, light the fire. What did we ignite? It's a disc of fire.
I shouldn't light that.
Even the game is giving up now. It's like, fuck it. Doesn't matter. Use the bellows in the small hole in the orb and use the torch to open the grate under... Okay, we gotta go back to the orb room. Disco Inferno I've heard so much about. It's a gas stove. Supposed to be using the torch under all these. I think, yeah, I needed to use the torch on all three of these. Except for the one that has fire in it. Remember that fire transmutes the others? Yep. Now that dispelled the magical barrier. Well, they could just keep that key in somebody's pocket. Let's be realistic. There's no reason to go to this much trouble to, like, secure a key when you can just hide it somewhere. Can he do all this because he ate the flesh with the druids in the present? That'd be interesting if that was actually part of the plot. I think they just did that because it seemed creepy. Or what they could have also done is set it up so that maybe he was one of the 5 living druids that inherit all the druid power from this ritual. But he, unlike the others, he didn't go bad and just didn't know who he was. But none of that either. Alright, we can now unlock this. No one will know if maybe this game will get a remake one day. All right. Use the key as you descend the set of stairs. Pixel hunt. There'll be 8 slits in the wall on Halligan's left. Get. It's in the next part of the stairs. Wait, here we go. Halligan's left? Oh yeah, Halligan's left. I gotta get 8 of these damn things. David Cage presents Mystery. You know what? I would actually love that. That'd be great. Do that, please. Three. 4. Half of them. You need deeper and you'll have to fight Golgoroth. I would need 2 more. All right. Slip it in slowly and sexily. Rub that stone against stone, boy. I'm the one that kind of likes the sound of stone rubbing on stone. I actually don't mind the chalkboard sound either. I think that's a genetic thing. Like, you can either stand it or like it or you can't. Like, when I hear, like, stone grating on stone, I'm like, hey, dude, that ain't too bad. Don't mind that. I could sleep to that, you know? Alright. I'm not explaining... This is what the guide says. Okay, again, I'm not explaining this puzzle because the orientation is hard to really grasp through text. I'm showing you the angle you enter the room, what plates to use in it. This guide goes from the first room to the left and circles around in clockwise direction. Just keep it going. Just keep going right. Alright, so just keep going right, huh? Like, start there, then we go right. That's the one we gotta get, huh?
There it is, the staff Sirstan will use for the ritual.
Take Surstan's staff.
There it is, the staff Sirstan will use for the ritual.
Was tubular literally a thing in reference to skating? I don't know. That was before my time, the word tubular.
Something is preventing me from taking the staff.
I think that was like a very West Coast kind of thing to say. And yeah, I think that was like, yeah, definitely in like the 70s or 80s. All right. Earth, 3 horizontal straight lines on the top slot, and air, 3 vertical wavy lines on the bottom slot. Wait, what? All right, Earth, 3 horizontal straight line. What's this about a bottom? Oh. And then air, 3 vertical wavy lines on the bottom slot. Do you still kind of, do I like Requiem? Yeah, I like Requiem. Doesn't mean I didn't have things I couldn't make fun of it for. Its plot was pretty dumb. Alright. Water, 2 zigzag horizontal. Hold on a second. Make sure I got the right room. Yeah. Now we need water in this one. Two zigzag horizontal lines on the top slot. I feel like I'm doing coding, computer programming right now. Air, 3 vertical wavy lines on the bottom. Wait, no. We're actually almost done, believe it or not. Does this feel climactic to you? Alright. In here. No, I know, right? This doesn't feel like... Wait, this is the end of the game? Yup. Alright. 3 vertical wavy lines on the top. And water, 2 horizontal lines in this. Hope I'm doing this correctly. Alright, this should be the last one. In get here? Seems like this extreme. Where's the dramatic? There, yeah, there's not even music in this spooky fucking dungeon. Alright, wavy. Okay, it's fire. Ah, magic. So grand. And druid magic sucks. It's not making me want to play druid in D&D. Alright. We're a wizard now. Alright.
What are you doing?
Melanie!
Well, what?
Brent!
What?
He's going to kill me!
What?
Let her go. She hasn't got anything to do with this.
Walking side
I came
some
here on
Silent
my
Hill
own.
shit just happened.
You have something that belongs to me. Give it to me. Now!
Brent, do what he says! He's serious!
You heard what she said. She's absolutely right.
Brent, please!
No. When he has the staff, he'll kill us both. Listen, Sir Stan. I'll give you the staff on one condition. You must swear that nothing will happen to either Melanie or me afterwards.
What? That is your condition?
I
Swear
can't believe how
on your
stupid
honor.
you are.
It doesn't mean anything to me whether you sad creatures live or die. If you really want to hear it, I swear it.
On your honor.
On my honor.
Okay. Now let Melanie go.
Give me the staff.
I'll put it down here as soon as you let her go.
He's not holding her.
Come here, Melanie.
So dramatic.
Now our fates will be sealed. The ritual may begin. But first, I will take care of you two. You miserable fools. Ha! 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 Ha!
What? What? Huh? I think he sent us back to our own time.
Brent? Yes? Hey, we're still alive.
It would appear so. Where are we?
The bridges are ruined. We must be back in our own time.
My god, the ritual! We must get to Stonehenge immediately! Sinclair is going to complete the ritual! Come on, Melanie, we've got to try to stop him!
Thank you for the 100 bits, Buck Doctor Baby. So we got that guy to promise that no harm would come to us, huh? I think that's the key. Forgot what disrupted the original ritual. They never actually said. Like, all of them died. I guess they just couldn't finish it because they had to wait.
Mr. Halligan, have you come to witness our finest hour? Very well, my friend. You are most welcome to come and watch.
Damn it!
The time has come. Let us begin.
Colors and light swirled around the tiny man. Oh, by the way. So how do you think you end this game, chat? What do you think I use my entire inventory of, like, keys, flints, shovels, bellows, ladles, torches, mistletoe? What do you think I use? Wood. Amulet of magic for nails.
The shears, ruined.
No, we stab her. I swear to God. Good job, hero. I love that lady.
Sestan! The vow is broken!
Yeah, but you're the one that hurt her, not them.
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light.
They didn't do shit. I stabbed her. Are you for real? Yes. That's how he outsmarts them. He got them to say they wouldn't harm them. But I guess we didn't get them to say I wouldn't harm one of us. We could have also stabbed ourselves and got the same thing to work because we're, you know, but I guess, you know, yeah, she's right there. Have I played this before? I have not, actually. I would never play this game without, you know, making it a good entertainment. He's like, what the fuck did he just do over there? Huh? Did he just, like, stab his girlfriend? Oh.
No!
Like, I don't want to live in this fucked up world anymore. And then they vanish. Man, druid magic sucks.
Melanie.
Have they gone now?
Yes. Yes, they've gone. Everything will be okay.
Couldn't he have
Just
harmed
lie
her
still.
by slicing her skin? I guess it had to be like something fatal.
Brent, am I going to die?
Stab me?
Nonsense. You're going to be just fine. Just lie completely still. I'll go and get help.
Don't leave me. Brent, it's cold here.
I think we'll be okay, except for
I'm
you.
so cold.
God, what a
Melanie.
horrible main character. I'll save you like I saved Maglor. Funny you should mention that. Because if you recall, we couldn't save Maglor. We were too late, but we did pick up mistletoe. Just like put that branch on her fucking stab wound. That's all it takes. Yeah, fuck your modern medicine. This is all you gotta use. Even cleaned up her shirt. Got them stains out.
Melanie.
Brent, what did you do?
What did the developers do in the second half of this game? It was already weird as hell at the beginning, but the second half, just like, what the hell happened?
Brent,
It's like that kind of magic would be easy to discover. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you stabbed her. Shh, no. Mwah. She even complained about it like her former husband who used to beat her. And we would sympathize with her. Yeah, we to like, you know, stop some random old dudes stabbed her in the kidney. Because, you know, that was necessary. I don't get the logic there. We got a guy 1,000 years in the past to promise that we would come to no harm, and somehow that we knew that would work in the future. We just knew that, yeah, if his like descendants of his like magical spell 1,000 years and now, if they're in our presence with one of us is hurt, that'll get them. Like, you would think it would make a bit more sense if they had to injure us, because they didn't know about that. But they're like, no, I'll do it. Taking too much time. Druid magic's what they call opium in this country. You said you could have chosen. No, you can't. You actually have to injure. You have to stab her. It doesn't work if you try to use it on yourself. I'm saying he could have done the same thing with himself. Holy shit, that was awful. It's awful in a really, like, Tommy Wiseau's The Room way. The game gave a choice. Well, I saved so I can go back and see. So we'll do that. We'll see if I can stab myself. 'Cause I've never seen anyone stab yourself. I thought you had to stab her. So yeah, we're gonna reload that save and see if we can stab ourselves and get a slightly different ending. I don't know. I'm assuming a game like this don't come with after credit scenes. All right, just to see if there's enough difference if you try to stab yourself. I don't need to see that. Nope, you see, you cannot stab yourself. You can only do it if you stab her.
With those.
Wait, what? What did you say there? You're gonna hurt yourself with those?
You could hurt yourself with those. You could
Well,
hurt yourself with those.
Can't be doing that now, can we?
You could hurt yourself with those.
Hurt the person next to you instead. He does it so casually, too. Like he had to sneak it so she wouldn't see it coming.
Brent!
Use the regular scissors? No. Scissors are like already busted up and wouldn't, needed shears you gotta be stabbed with. Man, this guy really is British. Thank you, Nasaya, with 100 bits. Like I said, former abuse victim of her ex-husband, by the way. We just like, you got 2 kidneys. I know this mistletoe shit works real well. Such a great ending. I wanted to see the guys just like slit their throats and vanish for no reason again. This ending sucking. No, this ending is genius. I just love the fact this guy's just like looking over there at us like, what the fuck? And then they're like, I don't want to be part of this, and they nope out. Like, it ain't worth existing in this world. You're like, Oh, wow. Oh, man. That was good stuff. How are you doing? Never got to talk to you proper. How is Charms is currently at the theater tonight doing rehearsal. We had a pretty busy day today, though.
Have they gone now?
Yes.
She helped you with some of your anxiety in the past. She's very good at that. She suffers from anxiety herself, so she knows how to deal with it. Doesn't feel right. I just want to point out this entire stream was me just doing puzzles that made no sense, and then that happened at the end.
Just lie completely still. I'll go and get help.
Like they've backloaded this game full of so many moon logic puzzles that don't make any sense that you just gotta like figure it out somehow. Some of them I don't even know how you would.
Melanie.
Thinking the dinner room, but I can't make the blood, so I'll change some things. What is it? Man, what? I don't think you can fail here either if you just leave it on the screen. You just, let her stay dead for a bit. Drugs don't really help. We don't need to keep her out recording going. Can I use anything else on her? No, actually, stab her again. No? The nail, alright? No. I tried, alright? There's stuff you get in your inventory you never use. Like, I took these 2 big bolts out of a thing to get a thing from it, but then the bolts stay in my inventory and I never use them.
I don't believe it will work like that.
Like, there's no reason to put these in my inventory at all. And some items you only use once and you don't need them again, so they could also just delete them from my inventory. We'll give her CPR with a bellows. Nope. Oh, what a shitty game. But you know what? I enjoyed my weird ass time with it. So what? All right, but you know what? We don't need the game going anymore. We're done. Game's all played up. There you go, chat. Mystery. What was the mystery, by the way? That there was just like a druid ritual that. Yeah, that was the mystery. The mystery was solved a long time ago in the game, actually. There wasn't much mystery left. Making the first mention in the new Pokemon game. Oh, hey, congrats. I've not played a Pokemon game in a very long time. Ugh, someone like me does not need Twitter, sister. Yeah, I don't think Twitter's good for anyone. Now what? I guess we're in it for a short stream tonight. I should have actually just kept chatting with you guys for an hour because I thought there'd be more of the game than that. Looks like I was wrong. However, if I had not used that guide, I would not have finished that tonight because those puzzles sucked. What happened? We finished the game, Jason. That's what happened. We can chat. We can chat now. Exactly. I think there. After that, we need a decompression. Get some sleep started. Well, I'm gonna get plenty tonight because tomorrow I gotta take a bunch of photographs that look real good. I'll try to show them off. I'll post them to my Patreon for everyone to view after we get them back. Then we'll be getting them back tomorrow. He's got to edit them and stuff. But we're gonna be doing engagement photos. Follow me on Kick. Yes, please do. Now, are we talking about drugs? I mean, do you want to talk about drugs? You have a Twitter? I have a Twitter that I have because I'm a content creator, but I still never use it. You got the whole Dartigan watch this on Discord. I want to make that a unique stream though, on occasion, not one where I just do it at the end of something. I want to like have the entire stream dedicated to me watching weird shit and reacting to it. So I wouldn't want to do that right now. I'd want people to be here specifically for that. Never been a fan of drugs? Oh, well, I've never been a big fan of them either. But I'm also not an opponent of them. There's some drugs that are fine for people to use. Raid base Clef tonight? I might do that, actually. I haven't raided base in a while. She's raided me plenty of times. She's playing Resident Evil 5 tonight as well, so I think I actually will send a raid over to her. Do we ever find out who Leon married in Resident Evil 9? They're supposedly making a big DLC campaign for Resident Evil 9 that'll go into that whole like thing little thing at the very end that, you know, talked about that kind of stuff. I don't think he's actually like in something. I think they're misleading people with that. But hold on a second. Let me get this ready to go. So I'm going to think about it. Oops, wrong place. He wears it to keep the ladies away. Just to get these hoes off me. All right, there we go. That'll work. Yeah, I'm going to raid Base tonight since Lucky's not streaming. Base is one of my mods here on Twitch. She's a very kind person, plays a lot of games. She's playing Resident Evil 5 tonight. I'm not sure with who. I'm going to send you guys over to watch her over on Twitch. So go have some fun over there. So yeah, tonight is a shorter stream than average because I thought that was going to take a bit longer. But you know, we still got 2 hours out of it almost. Not too bad. No stream tomorrow though. I will be way too busy with everything. So we'll stream again day after that, I guess. Assuming I don't have anything taking up all my time that day. That's how this month is going to be. I got a lot of things I got to do before the wedding, and then I got the wedding, and we'll be gone for a few days after that. So not going to be the most stream heavy month, chat. So stick with me because I'm not going anywhere. It's just getting hitched. All right, chat. I'll see you guys later. Let me get this going real quick. Go join that raid for Base. She's playing Resident Evil 5. You know you guys are going to watch that. I think she's probably co-op streaming it too, knowing how she normally plays. But go give her a watch. You'll like it, all right? As for everyone else, you guys have been awesome. Thank you for any of the Kick donations tonight over there on Kick. Also, thank you for guys watching on Kick as well. That helps me out. Thank you for the YouTubers, the Twitchers, for, you know, gift subs, bits, all that wonderful stuff. Thank you very much. I will see you guys soon. Don't forget to follow me here on whichever platform you want. Thank you, Equinox Drake, the 100 bits as well. Also, the Resident Evil 9 video is available on Patreon right now. You can go and watch it if you like, or you can wait for it to come to YouTube. But I recommend watching it now. In fact, you can. It doesn't even cost $3 to watch a GameSins video on Patreon. It's only $1 to watch a regular YouTube video that's up early. $3 gets you the classic and DLC sins, though. But yeah, that's it for me. I will see you guys in a day or so. Peace out, everybody.